Okay. What got you into the trucking business?
My dad.
How long have you been driving for both this company and also before?
About 30 years.
What time do you have to get up in the morning, and where do you get in from? When do you get in from your workday?
Usually at 5 in the morning you get up, and varies at the end of the day, but usually 5 or 6 in the evening.
What is the most difficult thing that you would say that truck driving entails?
Watching out for other drivers.
How do you feel about the troubles that are faced at the Canadian border?
It's not too bad. Every once in a while you get a custom agent that gives you a hard time, but overall it's not too bad.
Have you had any memorable things that have happened with the Canadian border?
Yeah, I pulled up a little bit too soon, and then that entailed me getting searched, considerably searched, the truck and everything. So I pulled up about 6 feet before the light turned green and took the agent off. And here we go.
What are some of the difficulties that you have faced in your trucking career?
Waiting on loads, breakdowns.
Okay. Do you feel as if you are fatigued because of trucking, or have you gotten used to it?
I'm used to it.
Do you feel that technological advances in trucking has aided or damaged the trucking business?
I don't know. Some of the new stuff is good, and some of it's not. It took away a lot of our freedom. That's the reason most guys are in the trucking industry, to have some freedom, not have the boss leaning over their shoulder all the time.
Has the new technology in the trucks helped you in fixing them or not?
No.
How has
It's just like your cars. You can't fix them. Everything's got to go to the dealer.
Okay. What is the most common thing that needs repairing on the truck?
Brakes or tires.
How long does it take to fix on average?
Hour and a half.
Has it ever affected your workday?
Oh yeah.
And how many times does this happen normally in a week, say?
Hopefully not every week it affects you. Hopefully it's once a month or something.
Okay, and are there any things that you remember that has happened with breakdowns that have affected your workday?
Well, they always affect your workday breakdown, because that keeps you from delivering your load. So,
Well, what's the worst breakdown that you've ever had to deal with?
probably a turbo. So,
What is the most important thing to know to be a successful truck driver, and why?
you got to have some mechanical ability and lots of patience to wait for loads and deal with the drivers on the road and the bad weather, and lots of patience.
How do you fill your downtime between loads?
Resting and maybe doing a little maintenance on the truck.
What is your opinion on the rising diesel prices?
I think it hurts the economy, because it's got your trucking rates have to go up, so that makes the cost go up to the consumers.
What do you like most about your job, and why?
The freedom.
Do you feel that you have aided the potholes on the roads, since many drivers blame them on the semis?
I don't think so. The weight per square inch on the cars isn't much different than the trucks, and you got to have the trucks. I don't care. Commerce has got to move. We
Then
pay a lot more in fuel taxes and highway use tax and license plates and everything to compensate for if there is any extra damage.
Then why do most people blame them on the semis? Just because of the size?
Because of the size, and they don't understand how much we are paying, and they don't understand the axle weights and the weights per square inch on a tire, and so they really don't understand how much weight we're putting on the road compared to a car.
And because of the frost laws, why do they take the trucks off the road?
Well, they don't take the trucks off the road. You have to run designated highways, and if you don't run a designated highway, you have to significantly cut your weight. So you can still run the interstates with a full load and any state route or US route with a full load, but once you get off of those, then you got to cut your load by 35%.
How does that affect your driving?
Well, if they got to have it, we just reduce our load. We're still working, but the customer's paying again. They're paying the same amount for a reduced load that they would pay for a full load. So the consumer's the one that gets hurt in the deal.
So do you feel that truckers with different types of rigs other than gravel trains drive differently?
Yeah.
How do they drive differently?
The guys that drive gravel trains are a much more skilled driver than guys that run freight boxes. It takes a lot more skill to pull 2 trailers, haul the extra weight that we're hauling.
Okay. Do you feel that you aid towards road rage in other drivers?
I don't know. There's a lot of road rage out there. I can't say that we aid to it.